then also I stop racing and then we all together.
But it's clear that at the moment we cannot fight with those cars.
Listen, guys, hold on, because this week in Max Verstappen's world, three things happened back to back that honestly no one saw coming. And if you were a Max fan, you need to know all of this right now. We are talking about a race tomorrow, a contract clause that could change everything, and a bombshell that just dropped yesterday about the one person Max trusts more than anyone in Formula One. So let's just get straight into it. But if you want more updates or more exciting news on Max, then hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns. Max is back at the ring tomorrow. So first things first, tomorrow, April 11th, Max could be lining up on the Nürburgring Nordschleife for the NLS3 race. Now, for context, NLS is basically an endurance racing series held at one of the most iconic and brutal tracks in the world, the Green Hell. Max himself said, "I'm always happy to race here. We're just looking into whether it's all feasible." His schedule opened up because the Bahrain Grand Prix got canceled. Now, 3 weeks ago at NLS 2, Max put the car on pole, dominated the race, and won by almost a full minute. But then, hours after the finish line, the whole team got disqualified because during qualifying practice, an extra set of tires accidentally got put on the car. Small mistake, brutal consequence. Max, though, stayed calm, said the weekend was great and the experience was exactly what he needed because the real goal is the Nürburgring 24 hours in May, and he wants to be fully prepared for that dream race. And honestly, watching Max drive around the Nordschleife in a GT3 car with zero championship pressure on his shoulders, you can just see how much he is genuinely enjoying himself out there. The exit clause nobody wants to talk about. Now let me shift gears, because back in Formula One, things are not looking good for Max at all. After 3 race weekends, he is sitting 9th in the championship with just 12 points. 9th. Red Bull right now is the 4th fastest team on the grid behind Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren. Not close 4th, just 4th. Max's contract, there's an exit clause built specifically for 2026 if he is not inside the top 2 of the championship by the summer break end of July. He can legally walk away from Red Bull with zero compensation owed. Given where he is right now, that clause is almost certainly going to be available to him. Max has already called the new regulations anti-racing, compared the experience to Mario Kart, and after Japan has said he is considering leaving Formula One entirely. His father Jose has also said the new cars simply don't challenge Max anymore. And when both the driver and his father are publicly saying the same thing, that is not just frustration talking. That is a very serious signal that something could actually change. And hey, speaking of Max's life beyond Formula One, we just dropped a full documentary on exactly that topic. If you want to understand how Max lives when he is not in a race car, the luxury, the sim racing obsession, the GT3 passion, go check that out. Because if Max does exit F1, that documentary will show you exactly why he would be just fine. Link is in the description. The Lambiasi Bombshell. Now we get to the part that genuinely stunned the F1 world yesterday. Gianpiero Lambiasi, Max's race engineer since 2016, the voice on the team radio, the guy Max calls GP, is leaving Red Bull and joining McLaren as chief racing officer when his contract ends in 2028. Red Bull confirmed it, McLaren confirmed it. Done. McLaren beat Aston Martin and Williams with an astronomical offer Red Bull couldn't match. Lambiasi has been with Max since the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix. Together, they won 4 championships, 71 victories, and 48 pole positions. Horner once called them an old married couple. What made their partnership so special was not just the results, it was the trust. Max could say anything on that radio, push back on any call, and GP always knew exactly how to handle him. And for Red Bull, this is another brutal loss. Newey gone, Horner sacked, Marco left, Wheatley to Audi, and now GP to McLaren. Every single person who helped build that Red Bull dynasty is now gone or going. And at some point you have to ask, what exactly is Max still staying for? The team that dominated F1 for years is losing the people who built that dominance one by one. But here is the hope. Now, before you completely lose faith, there is one detail that gives Max fans something real to hold on to. Back in 2023, Lambiasi said in an interview, "The day Max and I stop working together in this setup will be the day I am keen to take on a new challenge. I see this as something incredibly special, and I don't think anything like it will happen again. So I hope we will definitely continue on this basis until at least 2028. Lambiase himself does not want this partnership to end early. He is going to McLaren in 2028, exactly when Max's Red Bull contract expires. This is not a coincidence. The timing lines up perfectly, and many people in the paddock believe both of them already know exactly how this story ends. Until then, GP is still Max's engineer, still the voice in his ear, still the one person who truly understands how Max operates under pressure. And who knows, maybe when 2028 arrives, Max follows GP to McLaren. That possibility is now very much on the table. The bigger picture. But zoom out for a second and look at the full picture here. Red Bull's response to all of this? Team principal Laurent Mekies said, "By the time we give Max a fast car, he will be a much happier Max." Easy to say, but the clock is ticking and summer break is not far away. Meanwhile, McLaren signing Lambiasi is not just a personnel move. Many people in the paddock are calling it a hidden Max card. Think about it. You sign the one person Max trusts most in all of Formula One, you put him inside your team, and suddenly McLaren becomes a very attractive destination if Max ever decides to come back to F1 after a break. And then there is the Nürburgring 24 hours in May, which honestly tells you everything about where Max's head is right now. While F1 is frustrating him, endurance racing is giving him genuine joy. The raw challenge, the team environment, the freedom, it is everything the current F1 regulations are not giving him. Fans across the world are watching all of this unfold with real concern because nobody wants to see the most talented driver of his generation simply walk away from the sport. What happens next? So, to wrap it all up, tomorrow Max might race at the Nürburgring in NLS 3. His F1 season is struggling badly, and the exit clause will almost certainly trigger. His closest ally is leaving for McLaren, but Lambiase wants to stay through 2028, and that McLaren connection opens a fascinating future chapter. What do you think happens next? Does Max stay at Red Bull, move to another team, or step away from F1 entirely? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you haven't watched our Max Verstappen lifestyle documentary yet, go check it out. Link is right there in the description.